this is east. The house faced east. And this is the road in front of our house. And it ended there. And that's where the Joneses lived. And oddly enough, there was a cousin Jones lived here. Okay, this is the road.
And your house was where?
I'm going to show you.
Okay. Is that a road or a?
Yeah, this was a rough road.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask you. Was it a
This-
road or a trail road or a fire road?
It was a road
Like a-
that was
Logging road and old.
once a year had to be.
Yeah, so I think they call those skippers. I have an idea what that is. Okay.
Okay, and then the house was here. And over here was a little house that
What
My-
do you think the distances are here, Mom?
okay, now this I'm not good at distance. That's why I'm drawing you a picture. Here's the little house that was here. And there was a trail. It was wooded, but it was not heavily wooded. So this rough little trail, it went through the woods.
Was it big enough for two people to walk on or one?
Yeah, big enough for two people. Daddy would drive the pickup.
Oh,
through
okay,
there.
okay, okay.
So there were ruts
Yes.
that made the road, but it was very rough. And I would say this was probably maybe 6 blocks from here
Uh-huh.
to there.
Okay, okay.
And then this was another graded road. Graded, that's the word I was looking for.
Yes, once a year, twice a year, I had to grade it.
And this was a graded.
Your friend came to spend the night with you? Okay.
The weekend, probably. So it was dark. It was already 8, 9 o'clock, maybe even later. And so we walked down this little path, rough road, over past this house, which seems to me, looking back at it, was either vacant or anyway, there was no noise there.
Okay.
And we walked. This was more turned, kind of like this, so that it didn't go right up to the house.
Yes, went past it, around it, kind of.
Kind of. And there was a barn here. And then we walked down here, still in the dark. Now this had trees. This had not really heavily wooded, but trees along here. And there were trees over here. And there were some trees over here. And got on this county road. It was gravelled. Gravel. How do you spell gravel?
Grav. Yeah, graveled. So it wasn't like a black tar top, it
No,
was just a
no.
graveled.
It was a county road. And came over to here. And the road ended right here, as I said. It was a curve. It came from here, it curved around from here.
Oh, yeah.
See, kind of like this. And this was heavily wooded along the road. Save for,
What was on the other side of these heavy woods, Mom? like
Well, eventually,
marshes and
more,
open
no,
land, or?
eventually, it was open land, it was pasture land.
Okay, pasture land, that's what I meant, yeah, okay. So you ladies ideally were gonna start out here and maybe make the loop and come back or
That
something?
was
Uh-huh.
exactly what we're doing, we were just talking. And so we came this way. We came this way, up through here, down this road. And there was a gate here, and we went through the gate, and then on out this way. And then when we got to here, we turned the curve and
Yes,
came on down this way. And starting about, I would say this is a space of 4 or 5 blocks. And this is a space from here to here that was pasture.
okay, so this was the woods and then this was the pasture, okay, the open spot, right,
Yeah.
okay.
And it was open on this side too.
Uh-huh, okay.
And that was a real bright moonlit night. But here, it was dark.
It was dark, right, because you had mentioned the trees were
Yeah.
kind of making it.
Yeah, they made a cannon. So we walked along here, totally unafraid.
Oh, sure.
Out in the country, who's going to bother
Yeah, why
us?
would you be
Yeah.
afraid, right, yeah.
Walked on along here, made this curve, and someplace right after we made the curve, we hear this really loud, exaggerated footprints.
Heavy, uh-huh.
We had not heard.
Making the turn, right.
Which meant that somebody had probably heard our voices, maybe even seen us in the moonlight.
Sure, sure.
And had hidden themselves or was hidden and
There you were, and now they're running after you.
chasing us.
And you said they were,
Oh, here. So,
all right, so we just had a little interruption, but that's
Yeah.
okay. So now they're here, and you're, yes,
I don't know where they are.
right, but the noise, and you're,
Yeah. And so we started to run. It frightened us. It really, really
well,
frightened
sure.
us. And what are you looking for? Okay. And we started running, and we got out to the open space. Now, there's probably 3 blocks from here to here. Maybe not even that much. 2 blocks, say. And I lost my scarf right
Yes.
there.
Right.
And it was a new scarf, and we were wretchedly poor, and I didn't want to lose my scarf.
Sure.
So I turned around and went back and grabbed my scarf, and when I turned around and went back, whoever was running stopped. And so then got my
Got your scarf?
and ran the rest of the way. And right about along here, we were totally out of breath, but it was all open, we could see.
Right. And so you had said before they were making a lot of noise, not just the stomping, but the crashing noise
Yeah.
in the trees beside you there. And Mom, so I remember when you told me this when we were younger, but what did you think that was at that time?
I thought, and still think,
Uh-huh.
that it was on down the road, maybe a half a mile, maybe even more, lived more Joneses. These Joneses, and these Joneses, and these Joneses were all related. And they had a couple of teenage boys.
So you think it was the,
I think it was them because it was a Friday or Saturday night. And they would walk to town, which was about 3 miles.
oh, so they could have been coming around the corner there and then done their
Seen
best to
us.
startle you.
Scared us because it was so exaggerated.
Did you ever hear any laughing or
No.
anything of any voices or anything that made you think they were there? Just the
No.
noises. And did you ever ask them or say anything
No.
about it to anyone?
They
Just
would've-
you and Joanne? Just.
Yeah. They
And
were-
when was this, Mom?
Well, we were in high school. I would say we were sophomores or juniors.
But around what time year? What year?
Okay, 57
Okay. And then, where was this?
in Oklahoma.
And what part of Oklahoma?
Go there and get me the map and I'll show it to
Okay, I'm gonna put us on pause here. Okay, here's Oklahoma.
you. Okay. So, it was right here,
What is right there?
Boswell.
Boswell.
The mailing address was Boswell, and here's Soper,
I'm
S-O-P-E-R.
gonna come in over here a little closer.
It's
just to see.
Choctaw County.
Choctaw County, yay! Oh, beautiful. Okay, I see it right there. Okay.
Okay. And it was, as I said, Choctaw County. And
Let me take a look here. Right in here. There's Boswell. Okay. Okay.
our house was maybe 3 miles outside of town.
Let me put this down right here. So did you go back along that trail in the woods anytime after that, or did
Never.
you never did that again? Okay. And do you remember, what does Joanne say? What does your friend say about
She-
all this?
When last time that we were together, we were just chatting about this and that, and she said, "Do you remember that night?" And I said, "I certainly do."
Oh, yes,
I didn't
okay.
even have to wait for her to finish.
You
her
knew
sentence.
exactly what she
It was-
meant.
well, it was a terrifying.
Well, yes, and
experience.
I'm telling you, Mom, I just was listening to something that was almost exactly the same as your experience coming out of Oklahoma. Okay, so I'm gonna stop filming on this then. I'm gonna take your map home with me.